सर्वदम सर्वाग्रे मध्यरूपात्मन नित्य लीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद
First of all, my obeisances to my... Do you have the book of the Mahatma in your room? In Bengali? It's better if you have in Bengali. First of all, my obeisances to my Guru. Can you listen to me or not? Do you listen to me? Now can you listen? Are you listening or not? Are you listening? Raise your hand if you can listen. So first of all, my obeisances to my Guru Pada Padma. Pravishtam Vishnu Pada Sutara Shad Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta. Shri Goswami Maharaj and Shri Pravishtam Vishnu Pada Shri Narayana Goswami Maharaj.
तत्पश्चात नित्य लीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद आस्तुत श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज.
Devat pranams, and also my obeisances to the Pravishtam Vishnu Pada Shri Swami Maharaj, to all the mothers, to all the Vaishnavas and Navish, all the affectionate mothers, all the devotees absorbed in the mood of Mahaprabhu, to the feet of everyone. I offer my Dandavat Pranams. Please accept my Dandavat Pranams, all of you. So today, so we are in, we're listening about the glories of the Dham, of Navadipa Dham. We'll be listening about the glories of the Dham. So today, early in the morning, we spoke about the speciality of Navadipa Dham and Vrindavana Dham. In this context, in the book Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, he explains that the names of Krishna, they take in consideration the offenses. And if you chant the names with offenses, your heart will not have any kind of change. But if you chant the name of Gaura Naam, these offenses are not taken into consideration. And you chant holy names, and then your heart will just melt, and so many tears will flow from your heart if you take the names of Gaura Naam. So Shastra explains the rules for chanting the name of Krishna. You must chant holy names, giving up the offenses. There are 10 kinds of offenses to the holy names. Especially, so you must know at least the 3 first name of paradis. So first is Satam Ninda. Means you should never criticize a sadhu. You should never criticize a sadhu. What is your... Do you want the radio? So you should never criticize a sadhu. Another is offense, second offense to the holy names is if you think that Krishna's names are equal to Shiva's name. It's a great offense to the holy names. If you think Shiva is one Bhagavan and Krishna is another Bhagavan, if you think like this, it's an offense. Krishna is one, Bhagavan and Shiva is another. The Bhagavan is an offense.
Krishna বা বিষ্ণুর সেবক সেবিকা অর্থাৎ ভক্ত দেব দেবীগণকে কৃষ্ণের সেবক সেবিকাকে সেবক সেবিকা রূপে সম্মান করতে করার কথা বলা হয়.
So should offer respects to all the demigods and demigoddesses like Lord Shiva, it's just like servants of Sri Hari.
ইতরে ব্রহ্মরুদ্রাদ্দা রুদ্রাদ্দা নবজ্ঞা কদাচন শ্রী হরি হলেন সর্বোপরি. সর্বোপরি মানে
Sri Hari is the higher, the supreme
personality of Godhead, সর্বোপরি. তার উপরে আর কেউ নাই.
There's no one
এই বিচারটা
beyond him.
মনের মধ্যে রাখতে হবে. সমস্ত আর দেবদেবতারা
Means all demigods and demigoddesses. They should never criticize any demigods and demigoddess. Krishna is our only worshipful deity. Alguém sabe se o Krishna Kripa Prabhu está traduzindo em português ou alguém está traduzindo em português, por favor? No canal Venu Madhurya no Brasil.
Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, এটা কাটা হয়ে যাবে. Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad.
Não, perguntei aqui no pessoal que está no Facebook. Não, deixa eu traduzir? Ai, que bom, beleza. Então, who is our only worshipful deity? Vrajanendar Shyamasundar, Nandanandana Krishna. He is a worshipful deity, only a worshipful deity. So, and also his Dham, Vrindavan Dham is so worshipful. How we worship to him. So the mood of the Vraja Gopi is to worship Krishna is the highest mood. So we must serve absorbed in this mood. Means the Vraja Gopis, they serve to Krishna in the parakiya bhava. So this service in the mood of the gopis is our topmost goal. So this shloka explains Tadhama Vrindavana. And the Srimad Bhagavata is the spotless Purana, the spotless evidence. He's giving me the evidence. The Vraja Gopis, they serve Krishna in the transcendental paramour mood. So in this world is parakiya bhava. Parakiya means the mood. If you are married and you have attachment or relationship to another man, this is called parakiya bhava. So in this world, parakiya bhava is something very bad, something very low. And if you do parakiya bhava, paramour mood in this world, you will go to hell. But in the transcendental world, this parakiya bhava to Krishna, paramour mood towards Krishna, it's so, actually, is so much acceptable and our goal actually. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, this is shown. Parakiya bhava. That's why Uddhava and great devotees, after listening and singing this parakiya bhava of the gopis, these great devotees like Uddhava and others, they are so greedy to also obtain the same mood. So, only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his only opinion.
একে আর ইচ্ছে আর কোনো বস্তুকে আদর করতে হবে না। যে শ্রীমদ্ ভাগবতের মধ্যে
So this parakiya bhava of the gopis that is shown in the Bhagavatam. Actually, not any other shastra does not explain about the parakiya bhava of the gopis. Only the Bhagavatam explains about parakiya bhava of the gopis. So that's why we have to accept these modes. These conceptions shown in the Bhagavatam. We must accept these conceptions shown in the Bhagavatam. Okay, so Sataninda, first offense to the holy names. Second, if you think Shiva and other demigods are in the same level of Krishna, or if you worship independently these demigods, and if you think they are some separate gods, means you think Shiva is one god, and if you think, if you think demigods are one god and Krishna is another god, it's also an offense. But sometimes in the Shastras they use the word Bhagavan for also some demigods. Bhagavan actually means somebody who knows present, past and future. This person can also be called Bhagavan. So the word Bhagavan you can also use for someone who knows present, past and future. But actually, the word Bhagavan actually means somebody who is full of 6 opulences: aiswarya, virya, all these opulence, fame, beauty, etc. So a person has all the opulence, all the fame, all the knowledge, all the renunciation. This is Bhagavan. So Swarupa, Lakshana and tatastha. Swarupa, Lakshana, Shri. So Shri, the beauty of God, is Swarupa, Lakshana, his main characteristic. So the 6 opulences of God. So God has 6 opulences, right? 6 main characteristics. His topmost beauty, renunciation, knowledge, all this. So, but the main of this is Shri, is his beauty. The beauty is the main of all this. Swarupa Lakshana means the main characteristic, main quality. So this is Swarupa Lakshana, or main quality, like a primary quality. And the other ones, they are secondary qualities. All the other 5, all opulence, all strength, etc. Because the beauty of God, the beauty of Vrajanendar Shyamasundar, what to speak of comparing with other demigods? Even other forms of Krishna himself, like the avatars of Krishna, you cannot compare the form of Krishna, Vrajanendar Shyamasundar, not even with other forms of Krishna himself, like other avatars. That's why in Chaitanya Charitamrita explains. Krishna madhurya dekhi Vasudeva means that the Vasudeva Krishna of Dwaraka, he's also eager to see Krishna. So there's the quadruple expansion, Vasudeva Sankarsana Pradyumna Aniruddha. So this Vasudeva Krishna, he also wants to see the beauty of Vrajanendar Shyamasundar. So there are 64 qualities of Krishna. From these 64 qualities, 4 are main. And these 4 qualities are incomparable, unique and unparalleled. What's atulaniya? Means incomparable, unique and unparalleled. Something you cannot compare. O português está ao vivo no Facebook agora. O português está ao vivo. So this beauty of Krishna is so beautiful, like Krishna of Vrindavan. You know that even other avatars like Vasudeva Krishna is also eager to see the form of Krishna of Vrindavan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he told to Sanatana Goswami, he told this tattva to Sanatana Goswami. Krishna is so beautiful. Which Krishna is so beautiful? Vrajanendar Shyamasundar. He is topmost beautiful. So there are other Krishnas? Yes. There are other Krishnas, yes. So there's Dwarkadish Krishna and also another Mathuradish Krishna and also Vrajanendar Shyamasundar is there. Krishna from Vrindavan is so beautiful. You cannot even describe this beauty.
Rupa madhuri, Lila madhuri, Prema madhuri,
madhuri, Lila madhuri, Venu madhuri. This four sweetness, four madhurima, four sweetness of Lord Krishna. Only Vrajanendar Shyamasundar has them. So this four sweetness of Krishna, right? So this four sweetness, they are very special, really, extraordinary. So Rupa madhuri, Prema madhuri, Lila madhuri and Venu madhuri, sweetness of sound of the flute, beauty, love and pastime. So Venu madhuri and Rupa madhuri, they are very special amongst all these. Means the beauty of Krishna and the sound of his flute, they are special, especially special. So the gopis, not only the gopis, but all the living entities. Not only the living entities, even those like water, stones, even things that actually they don't have life or anything. And actually, what happens? The sound of the flute changes the nature of the things. Do you understand? So, for example, generally the river is always flowing, but listening to the sound of the flute, the river stops flowing. So the flow of the water of the river was flowing from up to down. But when Krishna plays the flute, listening to the sound of the flute of Krishna, the water of the river, what happens? Doesn't move and starts just like a whirlpool. So see, generally the river is flowing towards the ocean, generally. But when listening to the sound of the flute of Krishna, the river does not want to flow ahead and starts moving in circular way, just like a whirlpool. So this is the glory of the sound of the flute of Krishna. So the sound of the flute makes those who are not moving to move, and also move, stop moving. So this is the power of the flute of Krishna. So I was speaking about if you think that Krishna and demigods are on the same level, this is a nama parada, offense to the holy names. Actually, demigods and demigoddesses, you should see them as like the servants of Krishna. You should honor them like as servants of Krishna. So, in this shloka, Hari Deva Sadara, you should never dishonor the demigods because they are servants of Lord Krishna, and Krishna is the supreme Lord above all and always worshipable. So, it's a beautiful story. It's very important. You should never dishonor the demigods. Okay, third nama parada is to dishonor the Guru Abhagga. If you dishonor Guru, what is meaning of Abhagga? If you think the Guru is a mortal human being, a normal person, this is an offense. A Guru is just like me, a mortal person. You know, man is mortal. The Guru is like a mortal person. If you think the Guru is a mortal human being, he's eating just like I eat. Gurudev also eats. Gurudev also sleeps. Gurudev also is angry sometimes. So this Matta Buddhi means you think Gurudev is like a normal human being. That's why so Bhagavan told to Uddhava, Acharya Mam Vijanayat. Uddhava, you should see Acharya as like me. Never dishonor to Guru. So when Bhagavan told to Uddhava, you should see Acharya, the Guru, just as like he's me. This sloka is very beautiful. In Vaishnava Tantra, there's a conversation between Krishna and Uddhava. There's a beautiful story about this conversation between Krishna and Uddhava in the Vaishnava Tantra. Once, Krishna, he was there, one place. Then Uddhava came and did pranams, reverences to Krishna. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? Uddhava came and did pranam to Krishna. Then they started some conversation, Krishna and Uddhava. So the conversation was going on. Then, in the middle, Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, he was speaking something to Uddhava, something very confidential to Uddhava. So in this middle of this secret conversation, Krishna told to Uddhava, you should see that Uddhava is just like me. Krishna told to Uddhava, you should see Gurudev as like myself. Then Uddhava asked one thing to Krishna. Uddhava asked, Prabhu, hey Krishna, you are comparing yourself to Guru, right? You're saying Guru is just like you. Then Krishna told, because like Uddhava asked how possible this. Then Krishna told, look, the form of Guru or like Swaroop. Swaroop you can translate it, I don't know. Like Guru is just like me and like just like Guru. Then Uddhava said, how is possible this? No, Uddhava is a very dear to God. Like actually, Uddhava, he has no doubt. Also, like Parikshit Maharaj also has no doubt. Just like to benefit the people of this world, they make questions. Just to benefit us. Like the sadhus, they do this. Just actually for our benefit, they are asking questions just because actually it's our questions, not theirs. In the same way, Uddhava told, how can the Guru be compared to you, hey Krishna? Then Bhagavan told, hey Uddhava, what is your doubt? Yeah, what is it? What's your doubt? Yeah, it's like that. Then Bhagavan Krishna told, Uddhava, tell me, how many qualities I have, how many defects? How many qualities do I have, how many defects I have? Then Uddhava told, Krishna, you don't have no defects, only qualities. Everything you have is only quality and quality. Bhagavan has no defects. Has he any flaw? Then Uddhava himself told one verse from the Vaishnava Tantra. What did I say? It's a verse that explains that God has no 18 faults. Ashtadosha means 18. Who is God? He has no 18 faults. God has no 18 faults. God has only qualities and good qualities only. Bhagavan has no faults. The jivas, they have these 18 faults, but God has no. Like anger, illusion, sleepiness, etc. The jivas, they have these defects. But God, who is God, he doesn't have these 18 faults. God, he has no 18 faults. Never ever. Okay, Prabhu, so you are Swayam Bhagavan. Uddhava told to Krishna, you have no faults. Bhagavan Sri Hari, he's called Mayadhin, he's beyond Maya. The control of Maya. So the defects of Maya cannot even touch to Krishna. The effect of Maya. God is Guna, Lord is Gunatit, means he's beyond the modes of nature. So after this sloka saying that God has no 18 faults, then Krishna told to Uddhava, but Uddhava, do you know, I also feel angry actually sometimes. I also have anger. I also am angry. I'm angry sometimes. Krishna was saying, all these 18 faults that you said that God doesn't have, I have all this. Krishna told, when I was small, I was a kid, my mother stopped breastfeeding me. She stopped giving me breast milk. I was so angry, I broke the yogurt pot, you know. You know this pastimes, Dambandha Lila, how Krishna was bound in the grinding mortar. You know that Lila. So Krishna also has anger, isn't it? Also I have greed, lobha. God has lobha, Krishna has lobha, greed or not? Bhagavan said, I have. When the gopis, they were showing me some butter. And they said, Kanaya, I'll give you this butter. What should I do for you to give me the butter? Just dance. And the gopis, they're showing to me the cow dung. So the gopis, they were putting some small tikas, just like a mark with the cow dung, just like a gopi dot in the forehead of Krishna, to count how many times Krishna was dancing. They would give rewards to him, like butter reward, like some prize in the form of butter. So Krishna was saying, so I also have greed. I was salivating, dropping, like dribbling, I forgot the English word, like water coming from my mouth. So Krishna said, I'm also lobby, I'm also greedy. Then I'm always running behind the gopis also. You all know this, you all know. Krishna also stole the clothes of the gopis, you know. So Krishna told, so how can you say that I'm Bhagavan if I have all these faults? Krishna was telling to Uddhava each of these faults that he had also. Like Krishna was saying that all these things that Uddhava was saying that God doesn't have, he has all these defects. Krishna was telling to Uddhava. So for example, like generally a thief will not say he's a thief. First maybe he will be beaten up, like somebody will beat him, then he will like confess, oh yeah, I'm a thief. But Krishna was telling him all his faults. Oh yeah, I'm greedy, I'm lusty, I'm this and that. Krishna was confessing all his faults. I have envy. Matze? Yeah. I'm selfish. Ginger. Should I? So Uddhava told, Prabhu, actually only have qualities, not any faults, only qualities. Actually only have qualities. Isn't it? God has only qualities. Uddhava told Prabhu, actually all these are pastimes, Lilas. And by these pastimes, you are attracting the jivas of this world. You are making these pastimes to deliver the living entities. To give mercy to the living entities. In the Bhagavatam, this shloka explains. Just to give mercy to the living entities, God comes from the transcendental world. And he manifests his pastimes in this material world. Why? Anugrahaya Bhaktam. To give mercy to the living entities. Because if we listen to these kathas, to these stories of Krishna, all the anarthas of the jivas, they are destroyed. And if absorbing this lila, all the anarthas will be removed. And in the end, you will be able to enter the lilas of God. So, Jasruta means is an imperative. You must listen. What is it? Vidalinga means imperative, like in order. It's an order. You must listen to the Krishna's pastimes. And if you do not listen, it's an offense. It's a parad. So, if you must listen to the kathas of Krishna, to the stories, lilas. So I was speaking about, Uddhava told Prabhu, but actually these are all your pastimes. These are Lilas, You're saying you're lusty, greedy, etc. These are actually Lilas. For the living entities, they have karma. Because of this karma, people, they are bound, karma bandhan, But God, He's not. Lila. God only makes Lilas, not karma. Like God, He steals. He's stealing. So imagine God is stealing, Krishna is stealing, and one Bada Jiva condition so is stealing. It's different, no? Yes. So when God steals, it's Lila, pastimes. Actually, it's just to attract our hearts and give us happiness. But a normal person cheats, steals, it's an offense. If a normal person steals, it's an offense. If you steal butter, what will happen? It's an offense. But if Bhagavan steals butter, then this is pastimes, something which gives bliss. Both are stealing. God is stealing and you are also stealing. But one person, Krishna, is doing pastimes, Lila, and a conditioned soul is doing aparad, offenses. It's like a bad activity. So Uddhava told Prabhu, so you have told that actually you have all these 18 faults, but actually they are not faults. Actually they are qualities that you have. Jasoda Biyoru Khalabdapamanam Param Krishnamantam Tata Drutta Gopa. Dodhi Bhanda ke tuni bhenge diyechen ar makhon ke tuni nashto korechen. So Krishna was giving this butter to crows and monkeys, and also he broke the pot and wasting yogurt. So that's why she was chastising him. So Madhurya was running behind Gopal. And then she was holding him in the back and she had a stick in her hand to chastise him, discipline him. So Krishna stole. But this is a pastime. And this attracts the hearts actually. If a normal person steals, people will run behind this person, isn't it? Like they will run after this person trying to catch this person. So Prabhupada told a beautiful story in the Upanishads. What's the story? There was a thief, and the name of the story is Oi Chor Jai. Means like the thief is going, the name of the story. That thief is going. Okay, so the story is like this. One man entering one house in the middle of the night, one thief. And then the owner of the house, he woke up. Understand? And then when the owner of the house woke up, the thief, what he did? He ran away from the house. Then all the people, they were screaming, like running after him. He's a thief, thief is going, thief is going, thief is going. So they were screaming so much, the people of the house. And all the villagers, they woke up. And everybody came to the street to see, who is this thief, like who is going. Then thief saw. Everybody was still like running, coming after him. So people would catch him. So you know what the thief did? He was repeating same thing. Oh, the thief is going, like to distract the people and to pretend that the real thief was ahead. So the thief was saying, oh, the thief is ahead, he's going. And the people were looking ahead. Oh, where's the thief? The thief went. So the real thief, he was able to run away and escape. And he escaped. And you understand? Did you understand? Yes? So Prabhupada told, that thief is going. Means the thief is also saying, oh, that thief is going. Actually, the thief to escape is, because the thieves, they are intelligent, they are smart. The thieves, they are very clever. Because, the thief, to save his own life, he was running away. If the thief had been silent, everybody would like gather around him and catch him, and then he would maybe trying to escape. So he was very clever. He was also pointing out and saying, "Oh, the thief went. The thief is running, going." So everybody thought he was a normal person, also telling about the thief, and like this he distracted. Nobody caught him. So why I was saying this? Krishna steals, yes. Or Krishna, he broke. So Krishna committed 2 offenses. That's why Mother Yashoda is punishing and chastising Krishna. So one offense is that Krishna, he broke the yogurt pot with the stick. Another, Krishna took that butter and Krishna distributed the butter to the crows and the monkeys. So 2 offenses Krishna performed. So that's why Mother Yashoda, she is running behind Krishna with a stick to chastise him. Then Krishna, afraid of Mother Yashoda, he's running. Krishna, he jumped from the grinding mortar and he went out from the house, went away like on the streets, and Mother Yashoda running behind Krishna on the streets. It's a beautiful pastime, isn't it? So if you see this photo of this Lila, the picture of this Lila, even if you see the picture, you feel so much bliss in your heart. Your heart will be attracted just by seeing the picture of this pastime of Mother Yashoda and Krishna. So, but if a normal boy is stealing and doing all these mischievous activities, this is not attracting anyone's heart. This is only with Govinda. If Krishna does this, then yes, attracts our heart. Because for Krishna, this is pastimes, and for the jivas, this is karma. It's a karma fall, it's a fruit of karma, and actually they are doing offenses, aparad. So Uddhava told, Prabhu, actually you are making pastimes. So in the same way, Krishna told, so the Guru Dev, if you see anything about this in Guru, it's also a Lila. Why? Because the Guru is a Mukta Purush, liberated soul. A person who is not a Mukta Purush cannot be a Guru. What did I say? Have you understood? A person who is not a person who is an actual Guru, that person must be a Mukta Purush, liberated soul. Okay? A person who is completely detached from all the attachments of this material world. That person is a real Guru. So if your hands are bound, how can you untie somebody else's hands? If your hand is bound, your hand is bound, my hand is also bound, like in shackles or anything. How can you untie another person if your hands are also tied? You cannot untie anyone. So if the Guru, actual Guru, he is detached from all the he is detached from free from Maya of this material world. Shastra explains. A person who can be the position of Guru is a Mukta Purush, liberated soul. Do you understand? Only a Mukta Purush, liberated soul, can get the position or can take the position of a Guru. But maybe you have some doubts. But how do I know if that person is a Mukta Purush? Means, how do I know if the person is liberated from this material world? How do I know? So, okay, realization later. But according to the Shastra, how can I know if the person is a liberated soul or not? How can I know if the person is liberated from material things? What's your name? Diba Narayan. Beautiful name, huh? So what do you know about this? not with your eyes. I'm not saying what you see. I'm saying about the tattva, means the philosophy. How can you understand a liberated soul? So this shloka explains. Iha jasa haridasa karmanam nasagira. So this is a verse. You must know this verse. So the definition of a mukta purush, liberated soul, that person who is always thinking, I am the servant of Krishna. He has this realization, I am the servant of Krishna. I am the servant of Krishna. Do you understand? What did I say? This sloka is in the Javadharma. It's written, you can see.
How do you know he is liberated person? How do you know?
Tell me, how do you know if the person is a liberated soul? How do you know if the person is a liberated person or is a conditioned soul? So Javadharma, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained this in this verse. That person who is always thinking, I am the servant of Krishna. Thinking, I am the servant of Krishna. Serving 24/7. The person is serving 24/7 means non-stop, all the time. All his, actually, even when he eats, everything is for service of God. Everything he does is for service, is in service. With mind, words, speech, body, he's always serving also God. With his body, he's serving. He serves in all ways. With his speech, he's serving. And with his mind also, he's serving. So he's always serving God. Whenever he walks, sits, sleeps, stands, eating, whatever he does, he's always serving. He's doing everything according to the desire of God. Do you understand? So he is always also whatever is in this world, whatever there is in this world, he sees everything that must be used for the service of God. He says that everything in this world should be used in service of God, and he engages everything in the service of God. So read this verse, okay? Do you have Javadharma? Read the Bengali Javadharma in Bengali, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wrote very well in this book. So this is the definition of a liberated soul. The person can be living in this material world, but he is not attached to anything material. It's just like the lotus is staying in the water. The lotus stays in the water, but doesn't touch the water. You know, the petal of the lotus, they are in the water, not touching the water. So the lotus is in the earth or in the water? In the water. But actually the lotus is not touching that water. In the same way, a liberated soul, although staying in this material world, the person is not touched or attached or in touch with the material things. Do you understand? The example is just the pakal match. I don't know the translation. Who knows what is a pakal match? It's one kind of fish. It's a type of fish that is called pakal match. Where is it? Katarma? Yes? Katarma.
Bangali আছে না? বাঙালি আছে পাগল মাছ জানে না? কে পাগল মাছ জানে বলুন তো? এই দেখুন স্পাইক্স। পাকের মধ্যে থাকে। হ্যাঁ? দেখুন তার শরীরটা কি হয় পাগল মাছের শরীরটা আর শরীরটা খুব তেলতেলে হয়।
The fish stays in nettles, sharp nettles in the pond, but he's not stuck in that. Like he's actually staying in that thing, his body is not affected. It's one kind of fish that he stays in one condition. So just like a liberated soul, he's in this world, but he's not touched by anything material. Do you understand? So Yoga Maya protects this person, liberated soul. Shastra gives example. So these are examples. Actually, these examples are not completely exactly what I want to say, but something you can understand from the examples. So this verse defines a Mukta Purush, liberated soul. Ihajas Haridas. So everything is in this world. The liberated soul sees this, that everything in this world should be engaged for the service of God. Like God created this world. Why? Everything has a purpose. Every cause has its effect. Cause and effect theory. Everything has a purpose, like cause and effect theory. They are always together. So why did God create this world? Why God destroys also? Creation, maintenance, destruction. So why did God create? Why does God destroy? Why does God maintain? How does He maintain? So many questions. Why? Question mark. Why? There's one book. It's called Canon, Wise, and full of questions and answers. Have you seen? And there exists. So some cause and effect theory, like it means everything has a cause and some effect also. Everything. Like you were born as a woman in this life, or maybe a man in this life. There's a cause behind this, you know? Yes. So everything has a cause. Why does it rain? There's a reason. There's a reason for the rain to come. Everything has a cause. Karja and Karak, like cause and effect. So I was not born in Western countries. I was born in India, isn't it? So have you thought about this? If we are born in India, you can get so much association of sadhu and so many other things. If you stay in Western countries, you feel so sad. The foreigners, they are complete. Yes. The foreigners are complaining. I'm suffering so much because they charge me 6,000 rupees to stay in Navadvipa, but for the Indians only 3,500. So I'm suffering because I'm Western, because they think I'm rich just because I'm Westerner. Do you think all the Indians are poor? Not all the Indians are poor. So why the discrimination to the Westerners? Why the discrimination to the Westerners? Isn't it? So we think about this. I also think about this. So what is it now? What is it now? It's less. So why discriminating with the black skin? The black skin means Indians they can pay 3,500, and the white people, they, like foreigners, they have to pay 6,000 rupees for the room in Navadvipa temple here in Parikrama. So many people rich in India also. So he's the manager, you ask him. What is that last? But before this, he said. And they give the same food also to everyone. Is it true or not? Long call. So I'm saying, why? Huh?
Food is the same.
Food is same. So why? So there's one Upanishad, why? Keno. In the Upanishad is always this word also, keno, why? Everything there's a cause, an effect, cause, consequence, cause and consequence. So I was talking about Mukta Purush, liberated souls. So what is a liberated soul? What is a conditioned soul? What is the difference between conditioned and liberated soul? Who is a conditioned soul? Who is a liberated soul? Who is a parikar? So in the material transcendental world, there are jivas or parikaras. Like, what is a parikar? Nanda, Jashoda, Subal, Sridham, Radha, and the gopis, they are called parikaras. They are not jivatat. Many people, they don't understand about this difference. The parikaras, they are a manifestation of the Swarupa Shakti of God. Nanda and Yashoda, they are manifestation of Swarupa Shakti of Krishna. And the jivas, they are what? Manifestation of the tatastha Shakti of Lord. Like Nanda, Jashoda, Subal, Sridham, the Radha and the gopis, they are not jivatata. So when the jivas go to the transcendental world, they're also like parikaras. But the jivas, they manifested from different places. So many conceptions about all this. So I was telling about never think the Guru is a normal person. Never think the Vaishnavas, they belong to specific caste and race. Don't think that deity is like a stone. Otherwise it's an offense and you go to hell. The deity Archa Vigraha, if you think that deity is just like a stone, it's an offense. Why would I do pranam to a stone? If it's the deity is a stone, what is the difference between the stone deity and the stone normal stone? Any stone? Actually, the deity Vigraha is Satchidananda, transcendental. So it's a beautiful story. Listen, you like to listen to this story. There was a king, he was a Vishnu Bhakta, devotee of Vishnu. So he had one deity. Listen carefully with attention, this story is nice. So this king was religious, and the king every day, when he used to come to the courtyard, his kingdom, so he used to give one garland to the pujari. and then the pujari would offer this garland to the
আবার যখন রাজা
deity.
রাজ দরবার থেকে যখন ফিরে আসতেন
Then when the
মন্দিরে প্রণাম
king again would come back to his temple in the courtyard in his kingdom, so there was when he used to do pranam obeisances to Vishnu, so there was a rule always the garland that he used to give in the morning to the deity, that same garland he used to take like mal prasadi, like the remnants of the garland of God he used to take. Do you understand? Did you understand the story? What's your name?
হ্যাঁ আপনাকে বলছি হ্যাঁ শুনেছেন রাজা
Are you listening?
ধর্মপরায়ণ ছিলেন
So the king was very religious. Every day
যাওয়ার আগে
he was going to the
মালাটা ঠাকুর মানে
no to the temple of the kingdom, basically like to the courtyard. So he used to offer one garland to the pujari. Pujari give to the deity Vishnu. Then after in the end of the day, again the king would come to do pranams to God, and then the pujari would give the same garland offered in the morning, would take out from the deity and put in the king. So in Mathura also we had this rule. So like he used to also give that garland to Gurudeva, garland from the deity. So anyway, one day it was cold weather time, and
দরবার থেকে আসতে একটু দেরি হয়েছে
the king came a little bit late to the temple that day.
যেখানে বিষ্ণু পূজা না নিয়মটা খুব কড়া
But those who worship Vishnu, they always follow the exact rules, you know.
9 বাজে
Like
প্রত্যেক 9 বাজে
9 p.m. closes 9 p.m. period, you know. Those who follow Vidimarga, they follow so much rules, you know, so much strict rules always.
ওই দিন রাজা কি
Okay,
করলেন
so that day the king, what did he do?
মন্দিরে পৌঁছতে তার দেরি হয়ে গেল
He was late arriving in the temple.
যে আজ আমার আসতে দেরি হয়ে যাবে অতএব পূজারি
So-
মন্দির সময় মতো তার মন্দিরের পূজা মন্দিরের দরজা বন্ধ করে
So the pujari had already shut the door of the temple.
এখন পূজারি কি করছেন
The king also told to do that because the king would come late. So the king himself told that pujari
মানে
could
প্রতিদিন যেমন
close the temple just like the everyday time. He could close the temple and the king would not come that day because he was late with other things.
আমার আসতে দেরি হবে
So king told the pujari, like today I'll not come on time, so you can just close the door of the temple, I'll not come evening time.
মনে মনে বিচার করলো
The pujari thought something.
এই যে মালাটা
Oh, this maha garland, like this garland of the deity.
এই প্রসাদী মালাটা কাকে
This prasadi mala I will give to whom? Like generally I give to the king, this garland remnants. Shastra explains that
ভগবানের যে নির্মল বলা হয় মানে প্রসাদ ঠাকুরের বেশি সময় রাখতে নেই মন্দির বন্ধ করার সময় ওটাকে বাইরে রাখতে হবে
so when you close the temple, you should take away from the temple the things offered to Krishna that day, to God that day. The Vidimarga follow so many rules.
মালাটা বাইরে রেখে
So the garland you have to put outside the temple. I mean, after offering, of course. Then you put the deity to sleep. Okay.
এখন দেখলেন কি করা যাবে
So the pujari is thinking what to do with these maha garlands, like this garland prasadam.
দরজা বন্ধ করে এখন মালাটা
So he closed the door of the temple.
বন্ধ করে নিতে হবে না সকলের সামনে নিয়ে নিতে হবে তারপরে বিধান আছে
So and also another rule, you have to,
দরজা বন্ধ করে রাজা তো আজকে আসবেন
you know, like he closed the door to take the garland out. Okay, so he closed the door,
বিষ্ণু মালাটা আমি নিজেই করে
took the garland, and he was thinking, oh, maybe I can put on me this garland today. So the pujari, he put that garland on himself. He himself put the garland. And so the king will not come, or you know, the king is another place, so no problem. So the pujari, he took the garlands, maha garlands, remnants of Vishnu, and put that garland on his neck. But exactly on that moment, servants told, king is coming. Pujari, coming. Oh my, what to do? What to do? If the king is coming, I have to open the door of the temple for him, like because the king had that rule. Every day, in the evening time, like sunset, he used to come to the temple and have the darshan of the deity. So the king came. So what to do? So the garland was already in the neck of Pujari. So what to do? Pujari, he took out the garland out quickly and put back in the deity. And then he opened the curtain for the king, and the king made these prayers to Vishnu. Many prayers to Vishnu, king did. And then in front of the king, Pujari took out the garland from Vishnu and put in the king, neck of the king. King did obeisances and went to his inner quarters. So today, King saw the garland and said, "Oh, this garland is so special, so nice. Like this garland today, so smelly, like a good smell, fragrance, also fragrant." And then the king gave that garland to his wife, queen. Gave to the queen. He gave it to his queen. You know, Rani means queen, wife. So he gave to her. The queen saw the garland. Oh, really? This garland today is so special. Something, some special garland. Yeah, very nice smell and special. This garland today. Then the queen took that garland and a little bit smelling. And then suddenly she saw one white chul, white hair, white hair, very long in the garland. So she saw one garland. Oh, she saw one hair. You know, the hair, when the hair is in your body, like attached to your head, it's pure. But when your hair falls down, any hair, and when your hair falls from the head, it's impure thing. The hair. Do you understand? Yes. So there's a hair in the garland. So now this is impure. But white hair? Queen told the king, certainly Pujari, he wore this garland. Queen told. Because Pujari's hair is white. So certainly the Pujari used this garland. Certainly Pujari, he used this garland. Then he gave to you. The king said, no, but just in front of me. The Pujari took out from the neck of deity and put on me. But queen is very clever. No. This garland for sure the Pujari also took. He also wore this garland. Then king said, no, but I saw him giving to me directly. So what to do? Queen told, call the Pujari. So the queen told, but Vishnu has a white hair.